This influencer isn't real, yet she can sell your product. I'll show you how to make AI UGC ads like this.
Honestly, I was struggling a lot with low energy during my workouts. I felt weak, got tired quickly, and wasn't seeing real muscle growth no matter how consistent I stayed. That's when I started using this creatine supplement, and the difference has been incredible. My strength increased. My endurance improved. If you're serious about improving your performance and results, this is definitely something worth adding to your routine.
You'll learn how to generate an image with your influencer, place a product in her hands, and use lip sync to bring the scenes to life for e-commerce brands. This workflow saves weeks of waiting, endless back and forth with influencers, and hundreds of dollars per video. And by the end, you'll have a repeatable UGC system inside Dzine, where you can swap faces, outfits, and hooks with just prompts, and generate customized UGC content on demand. Let's dive in. The influencer's appearance matters greatly. It must be realistic and relatable for authentic UGC content. If it looks too polished or AI-generated, people won't trust it. I'll start by generating an influencer, using the text-to-image tool in Dzine. After testing multiple different models, I found Dzine Realistic Model actually works best for that homey and not studio look that we're looking for. Other than selecting the model, the key is also to include specific details about imperfections in your prompt, like this one. In my prompt, I included things like, her skin has a hyper-realistic texture, showcasing subtle imperfections. That's what prevents the uncanny valley effect after generated by perfection. You won't reveal lesser results and not perfect. You can also customize the influencer's demographic and overall look to match your target audience, and I made sure to prompt for an ordinary background, something simple and natural. You don't want a polished studio setting that way. The result feels casual and authentic, like real user-generated content. We can select a prompt improver and the proper aspect ratio. And if you have an influencer, you really want them to be a certain face. We can also use the face match feature to input the face so that the generated result will match the face. And then we'll do non-explicit. For generation mode, I always like high quality for best results, unless you want generally not safe for work content. And then we'll click Generate to generate the result. The influencers we generate here are pretty natural. You can see the unevenness and the skin texture that is trying to mimic human imperfection. Compared with other models, the desired one, let's say, is best for generation. Next, we will need to put the product that I have in her hands, and I already generated this product image. Owning a product means you already have the image. Dzine has two approaches. Consider the instance storyboard. This lets you combine different elements into the same image. You would just have to upload both the influencer image and the product image, and then in your prompt, reference them with the @tag. So in general, @image1. When you type in the image will jump out. And then you can just click to load it in. Or you can just click on image 1 and it will get put in the prompt. So in this case, image 1 would be referring to the influencer or that image. Shown in image 2. Write something like image, for example. 1 is holding image 2 in the same setting and background. Simple, like this. I should be able to understand. I have prepared a more detailed prompt here, and then we just have to put in the @tag for the AI to know what we are referring to. Once that's set, we can choose the highest output quality and set the aspect ratio to 9:16, which is the vertical short-form content format. And here's the result. I think this one came out perfect. Another thing we can do here is using the chat editor feature. So first we click on the influencer's image, and then click Chat Editor. The influencer image will be loaded, and then we'll just have to add the product image using the plus sign on the right to also input the product image. So in the text prompt area, just type in your usual description. Then specify things like, the woman in image 1 is holding the product in image 2. This way, the models can know exactly which reference images to use. From there, add any extra details you want to refine the style and realism. Let's generate and see what we get. Here's the result. It looks realistic and usable. The accuracy is great. Comparing this with the flux context I generated, which do you prefer? Both methods produce a convincing image of your influencer holding the product, ready for UGC ad animation. Once we have the image of our influencer holding the product, the next step is to animate it so the influencer can talk. To do this, we click Open the Sync panel, and while we add the lip sync tool, we can upload a face image or a face video. We'll start with the image. This AI offers two options: the normal lip sync model or a pro lip sync for better movement and clarity. After uploading, you'll see the system will detect the face automatically, and it has a box that marks the face.
But if it doesn't, you can also manually mark the face with this. But you can select up to 2 characters at the same time to lip sync.
So if you have multiple characters in your image, you get to select which character to talk. Ours has just one character. Next, crop the frame and set the aspect ratio. Now, just to zoom and reposition the image and our character's timeline, we can pick a voice for the character to speak and select a preset voice here. We can even choose different language. Once uploaded, the audio is on the timeline. And here's a quick tip. I would suggest leaving a small buffer at the start and end of the tracks, so the lip sync has time to form the first and last mouth shapes. Naturally, since it always wants to go back to the baseline of your image. We can also trim or adjust the audio length by dragging the end. When everything looks good, just click Generate, and Dzine will create a lip sync video. The result:
I was struggling with low energy and slow muscle growth during my workouts. Then I started using this creatine supplement. Now I feel stronger, train longer, and see real muscle gains faster. It honestly made a huge difference in my performance.
The result looks natural. For longer videos, it's better to use the video input for lip sync. That way, you can get more variety in terms of movement and dynamic gestures. Let's just try that in AI video. We'll select the Kling 1.0 Pro model, which now supports start and end frames, and then I will link the first frame to the last one together into a cohesive video. For the start, we'll load the pointing image, and for the end, we will input the product holding image. In the text prompt, I'll describe a young woman talking directly to the camera with natural expressive hand gestures for a while, and then midway, she holds and displays a supplement bottle clearly to the lens, explaining its benefits in a friendly, conversational way. We don't really need sound effects here, and then we will set the duration to 10 seconds so we can allow enough speaking time, and then click Generate. This is the result. The video turned out well. It's a solid base for lip sync animation. To do that, we can click Lip Sync under the video. Then the video will be loaded and we can select the face like before. We'll then go to the timeline interface and then import our voice track. If you plan the timing in advance, you can save credits by only generating the part that you want. If the audio runs longer than the video, for example, if you have like 15 seconds of audio under the 10-second clip, the video will load the 5 seconds in the end. Once it's aligned, just click Generate to produce the final lip sync video.
If you're serious about improving your performance and results, this is definitely something worth adding to your routine.
I think the result looks really natural. And the cool thing is, you can also generate the same character in different scenarios.
Like working out in the gym or drinking water with the product on the table. This makes it easy to create lots of B-roll clips with your characters consistently, and also the elements that you want to put. Creating high-converting UGC ads has never been easier thanks to the power of AI. Now you know what it takes to make a custom UGC ads like this with AI. Try yourself with the link below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.